Hey, hey, I'm not sure who's watching. Give me a second. Give me a second to share this to my personal page. But who's ever watching, say hey. Hi, how you doing? Who's ever watching, if you can share the live, if you don't want to say hey, just share the live. You can tag some people in. This is a random Q&A. I am going to go ahead and get started. Um, for the simple fact that I am on a time schedule and my lives, my random Q&A lives are only 30 minutes, so I don't want to go over time. Plus, I got to get my son to football practice. Y'all know how that goes. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, I only am answering questions from people who originally sent them in. If I have enough time, I will get to you guys' questions that, hey, Danisha, hey, honey. I will get to y'all questions if I have enough time to the ones who ask them in the chat. If not, I have to save them and get to them on the next live. But these are the ones where people previously sent in, and I was shocked. Who was it? Was a guy that asked me this question, but he said, "You say all the right things on social media, so why are you single?" And I kind of hate that we got this taboo that, if you're single, something is wrong with you. But then in the same sense, we do need to keep that mindset that, yeah, something is wrong. Something is wrong for the simple fact that I am going on a healing journey and I don't like my peace to be disturbed. I don't like dealing with men who don't have their stuff together because of the journey that I'm on. I can't afford to let any type of man come into my space and knock me back off track. I've been that woman where, I'm into the drama. I'm into wanting to fight. Want to spaz out so much. I've been that woman to the point where I am single on purpose. And it's because I know me, I know where I'm at. I know my triggers. And so when I know that I'm not healed in certain areas that will require me to be healthy in that relationship for my partner, then I know that, hey, I'm not ready to date. I'm just gonna stay single. Every now and then I will jump back on the date scene, so don't get that twisted. I'm just not that person where I feel like I have to post everybody that I'm out on a date with, or I have to post every time I'm talking to somebody to prove to y'all that somebody want me. Like, I've never been that person. I'm really private. But yeah, I'm single because I'm still working on me. I have not found a man where I feel like he's precious to me. Like, I feel like he's a safe space for me. I deal with so much. Us as women deal with so much already, but I personally deal with so much in my personal life and as being a life coach, so where I can't afford to be with a man that is immature emotionally and mentally, to the point where when we're having problems, you are you're using my human flaws against me to say, oh, well, I thought you was a life coach. How you saying this and that, but you deal with, this and that. I'm not perfect. And I need to be with a man that understands that. And to the point where he keeps that sacred and safe. So I don't like being with a man who I know you're going to go blast me on social media when you're mad at me. You're going to go do subliminals to me when you're mad at me. Like, I know me. And if you tag me or if you come for me, I'm coming at you full force on there. And I don't need to give Facebook a show with me and my relationship, all because my man put me on blast. So So yes, I haven't found, in short, I haven't found a man that I feel like matches me and my energy and the type of man, the type of leader, the type of protector, the type of provider that I need him to be. And when I say protector and provider, I mean it mentally and emotionally. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if, like I just said, if you belittle me in front of everybody, if you blasting me in front of everybody, you're not the type of man that I need as a protector and provider mentally and emotionally. Because this is a grown woman over here. We ain't got time to be playing little kid games. So that's that. So then the next question sent in is there a difference between staying to heal a person versus settling for their bad habits? Now, this is a tough one because I do believe healing is a forever process. So I don't think a person is will always come healed fully. I don't believe that. But I do believe that you can't heal people. They gotta want to be healed. They gotta want to go through the process. So you can walk side by side with a person. You can support them in their healing journey. You can support them in their flaws or whatever the case. You can support them with that. But when a person is no longer putting in the effort to change, when they're no longer putting in the effort to heal themselves, you gotta go. You gotta go because at that point they're going to bleed on you, and they're going to bleed on you because to them you are the weaker link. As far as, I know you ain't going nowhere, I can cuss you out and I know you still gonna be here, I can cheat on you and I know you still gonna be here. Like that it's like I just made a post, it's like you're enabling them. So there's a difference with walking with somebody, being with them while they're healing and supporting them, and then settling for their bad habits. So you could support somebody without enabling them. Once you see they no longer have that effort in being a better person themselves, you got to go. You got to cut that cord. Even if you don't want to cut them off all the way, you got to cut the cord. And for those of y'all that need me to talk on that a little more, get with me later. So one of my comments said, but people in relationships be saying the right things as well. Okay, so this is to my first question. So she said, but people in relationships be saying the right things as well, but be miserable as fuck in a relationship, saying things on Facebook they wish was happening in their relationship. And that's true. And that's why I don't do this title thing. For those who follow me, y'all know all the time I'm pushy on. It's not about the title, it's about the character. Because I do feel like people feel like, oh, when you're single, you can't speak on relationship stuff. But again, when you're in relationships, you also can't speak on relationship stuff because a lot of people be selling in bullshit. And exactly what you said, they be miserable in real life in their relationship, and then they want to get on social media and post about it. So it's the same thing. Like, it's people that's in relationships that's single. So the same way you're gonna say a single person can't talk about a relationship, it's the same way with people that's in relationships, because they are just as toxic. They stuff is not as healthy, so they can't speak on it as well. Um, I did a post before too where y'all post a lot about relationships, but I did a post before and I said I wish more married people and more people who are in healthy relationships would speak on relationships. And the thing is because we are so quick to say, well, if you single, don't speak on a relationship. But the people that's in relationships, you barely are speaking on it. So it's like, who's going to do it? You can't get mad at people who ain't in a relationship speaking on relationship stuff, but you're in a relationship and you ain't never speaking on it. Like, we need to see these things. We need to see questions. We need to see how to handle certain things. We need to see these things. And a lot of people aren't talking about it. So then you're getting in relationships and you finding out a lot of stuff by trial and error, which is okay. But at the same time, if you're not going to be married or in a relationship and speak on relationship stuff, be quiet. Don't worry about who's speaking on relationship. Don't worry about their relationship status. Like, you ain't doing your job, so don't worry about them doing theirs. Like, just stop the fight, stop the argument. Like, if we gonna speak on relationships, make sure if you are married or if you are in a relationship, make sure that talk that you talking is really what you walking behind the scenes, because we see that. We see it. We see the toxicity. We see that you're not really happy. We see the lies and the stuff that you post. We see that. And then you have people that's egging you on not realizing that you are the prime example of why people don't want to be committed. So that's just my 2 cents on that. But yeah, going back to the being with somebody while they're healing or selling for their bad habits, when the effort stops, y'all, when the effort stops, cut the cord. Cut the cord, because you're going to become a person's punching bag. When they're not working on healing, when they're using you as a crutch, when you are pacifying every bad behavior that they have, when you're not checking them, when you're not holding them accountable, you're going to become their punching bag. Because guess what? They don't have to heal. They don't have to be real. They don't have to be honest, because you are accepting literally everything about them. I can accept you and still hold you accountable. I can love you and still check you. And I think we really get that confused. I'm gonna go back to even saying that I can love you and still check you, but you have to get to a point too where you got to do it respectfully. I also think we get this thing confused where, oh, I'm gonna check you because I'm a real person, or I'm a real friend, or I'm this and I'm that, but you obnoxious. Like you messy when you do it. You can check your person, you can help them heal, you can hold them accountable and still do it gracefully. You can do it in a way that shows that I love you and that I'm not trying to blast you at the expense of getting clout off of your problems. That's another thing we get confused. But guys, you can ask your questions. Like I said, as I get done with my list, I will answer yours that's in the chat. I'm answering those who sent theirs in first, but I am on a tight schedule. I got to get my son to football practice in a minute, so I'm going to run through this list of questions. So rock with me, tag some people, share the live. I appreciate y'all that have watched and that have followed me and inbox me, your questions that you didn't want to, post publicly. So the next question, now this one is somebody posted this question. I did comment on there, and I did ask her. She said it was okay to like repost this for my Q&A. But the question said, would you take a financial hit to have a peace of mind, or stay because of the kids? Again, those who follow me and have really paid attention to my content, I don't agree with staying together for the kids. I don't agree with staying together for any reason other than the fact that you are truly in love with this person and that you are truly having the mindset that I want to build a healthy relationship, a healthy family, a healthy marriage with this person. I do not believe in staying together for the kids. I do not believe in staying together for the finances. Yes, you're going to take a hit on your finances when you separate. Yes, your kids going to feel that when you separate. But the one thing we don't talk about enough, and we should talk about it, is there are broken homes that have two parents in them too. A broken home is not just a home where there's one parent and the father left. A broken home is when you got two parents who don't love each other, who always fighting, who always arguing, who always cheating on each other, and the kids feel that energy. You lie to yourself if you think your kids don't know what's going on. You're lying to yourself. And you lie to your kids because you teach your kids how to do life. We teach our kids how to do relationships. So when you are doing these things and you're keeping your kids in two-parent homes that's toxic as fuck, then you are teaching your kids, this is what I have to allow. You're teaching your daughter, I got to stay with a man who ain't good for me because he provides financially. You're teaching your son, I don't have to do right by this woman. Fuck her. I could cheat on her. I could do whatever I want to do, long as I bring the money home. You are teaching your kids these habits. So no, I'm never that person where I'm finna agree that stay together for the kids. Don't break your home up. Your kids gonna be sad. Your kids gonna be sad anyway. I know a lot of people, even in my own family, I know a lot of people who've had two-parent homes. When I tell you, baby, older than me, I'm 35, older than me, same age as me, ain't never had a successful relationship. So having two parents in the home, that don't always guarantee that you're gonna have a healthy anything. That don't always guarantee that your kid's gonna be better off. My suggestion is learn the person that you're with first. Learn the 4 seasons, all their 4 seasons. Learn all of them first before bringing kids into any of that situation. And I know it's hard to think about that now because a lot of us, we have kids already. But going forward, before you bring another kid, into this life. Make sure you know this person, that when they mad, when they happy, when they sad, when they going through it, when they in their toxic ways, know all 4 seasons of them before you decide this is the person I'm gonna do life with. Before you decide, let me bring another kid into this situation. Hey Sparkle, hey honey. Next question. I did a video on this, and I actually answered this before on my last Q&A. I was in Facebook jail so much, so I ain't did a Q&A in forever. But the last Q&A that I actually did, which was probably back in October, somebody asked this question, and they asked this again. Hey, Gully. But the question is, are you single into married? Legally, yes. Figuratively, no. No, not at all. And if you have that mindset that I'm single until married, when you're in a relationship, something is wrong with you. Because why are you even in a relationship? If you're with a person who has that mindset, baby, run. Run. Because best believe you're getting everything, you're getting all the smoke behind it. I'm single, so I don't have to be loyal to you. I'm single, so I can still sleep around with whoever I want to sleep around with. I'm single, so I can come home or I don't have to come home. If you are in a relationship with a person that has that mindset, baby, run. Run. Because again, what's the point of being in a relationship then? Why? Why are we in a relationship if I'm single until married? These are the mindsets I feel like we mess each other up with. And we say these things because we're hurt or we want to make an excuse to still do what we want to do. You can do what you want to do and be single. You don't have to be in a quote unquote committed relationship. Do what you want to do and be single. Just do it. You being in a relationship, that's a commitment. Despite what anybody want to tell you, I don't care what no legal documents say. Oh, y'all grind my gears when y'all say this. Well, the documents say single, married, divorced, separated, widow. I don't care about none of that. Because if y'all really believe that, stop getting in relationships then. I even did a video. I said, y'all don't even believe that, because the moment a chick is on y'all dude, the moment you find your dude texting another woman, the moment you find another woman twerking on your man, the moment you find him giving somebody else an attention, y'all spaz out. You ready to bust some windows, you ready to cut some tires, you ready to act a plumb fool. So stop saying things that you really don't believe in. You do not believe that you are single until married. Because if you did, there's no reason we should be having these posts about side chicks when you are only in a relationship. You're not married. So there's no such thing as a side chick, right? We should not be having these posts where we blasting the other woman that's in your man inbox or who inbox he in if you're not married, right? So y'all don't even believe that, but you saying it. You on these. I see people on these posts of women that's saying it. And the crazy part about it, it be women and that's in relationships saying it. And I have a problem with that, because what are you promoting here? Why are you in a relationship but you're out here promoting single until married? Get out then. Because not only are you lying to yourself, but you lying to other people and you spreading this toxic mindset. And this is why we have relationships like we have them. This is why we have situationships. We got more situationships than we have actual relationships. And it's because of this mindset. I'm single until married. Nobody wants to commit, but everybody want to do relationship shit. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know when y'all come to my lives, y'all know when y'all come to my page and my posts, I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna call it out. That's why a lot of people have a problem with me now. I don't like the fairy tales. I'm not with the fairy tales. If you come to me, baby, I got to give it to you real and raw. We got to touch it. We got to tackle it, because that's the only way. And I'm black, so I'm for black love. And the fact that a lot of our black relationships are failing is because of these type of mindsets right here. And then we laugh and we giggle and we rocking with it. I'm single till I'm married. You right, boo. So stay single. Hey, Kathy. Hey, baby. Next question, y'all running out of time. But so this question said, what do people want? That should have said, I just copied her answer, but I think she was saying, why do people want to separate instead of just getting a divorce? So there are various reasons people want to separate instead of getting a divorce. For me, I call BS. I call BS. There are actually two reasons I'm gonna stick to, although there are more. One reason is that there are times where you have to separate and get your mind together because you really do love the person. And so you don't really necessarily want to go through a divorce, but you just need time to breathe and think and really evaluate the situation. So evaluate, hey, why am I in this marriage? Why did I get married? What is it that I need to do to change to be better for this marriage? So there are cases where legal separation causes for that. But the other part of that is people just be on big BS. People, it ain't that you need a break. It ain't that you need a break or want a break. People just be on big BS. So you want to separate. You want to go be promiscuous. You want to go do your thing, slang that thing, open them legs. You want to go do all of that, and you still want this person on hold. So that's the second part of it. And you got to know your person because not everybody fits one of those categories. But you got to know your person. If you want to separate, you should be separating. This is going to go into my next question. So I'm not even going to pull the next question up now. And the next question was, can you sleep around while you're separated? So since they run into each other, I'm just going to go ahead and tackle it now. If you are one to separate, when you separate, that's the same as when you're single. That's not a time to go be promiscuous. That's not a time to go sleep around with everybody that shows interest in you. That's not a time to go wild. A lot of people do though. So the same as when you're single, it's the same as when you're separated while you're married. That is your time to get yourself together. That is your time to clear your head. It's angry. Dang, why am I always cheating? Dang, why do I always get cheated on? Like these are self-evaluating times when you're single. Learn yourself, have fun. I'm not saying you can't have sex or whatever, but being wild, literally sleeping with everybody. Now you lend everybody energy into your space and into your soul because you out here, you single and having fun. You separated and finding yourself. But when you're separated and finding yourself, that don't mean sleeping around. That don't mean giving everybody access to you other than your spouse. When you're finding yourself, you're getting your head clear. You're evaluating your pros and cons. It's self-work. You're going through some therapy. You finding you a life coach. You finding you an accountability partner. You working on you. That's what being single is. That's what being separated while married is. That's not a path to go be promiscuous. Because you can go get a divorce. Like be out. Don't hold me. Don't hold me while you go find yourself with other people. No. So one of the questions said, people know the truth for real. All that what are we and what we doing don't exist for nothing. People take relationships serious until they want to sound cool. So this was to I'm thinking my last question. Um yeah, like people take relationships serious until they want to sound cool. Like people take relationships serious until they get hurt. Now all of a sudden, what you believed in goes out the window, and that's not real. I would actually question you because you talk all this good talk. I got a good man. I got a good woman. Oh, we this, we that. I'm posting date nights. I'm posting we catching flights. I'm posting all these good moments. But the minute you get hurt, for whatever the reason, I hate bringing up cheating because people think cheating is the only thing that breaks up a relationship, and it ain't. But cheating is the thing most people want to talk about. So, okay, you get cheated on, or you find, your person entertaining somebody else. Now all of a sudden, everything you believed about relationships go out the door. Now you want to blast them. Now you want to talk about I deserve better. So what were y'all doing then? And again, now let's go back to what I'm talking about now. When you're saying that, you ain't in no relationship. Remember? Because you're single into married. Remember? So like a lot of these conversations we even be having, it shouldn't even be had. If you really believe that you're single into married, that's a cop out for commitment. It's a cop out for commitment. And the moment you find people are doing these things and you still pursue them, you deserve exactly what you get. Because they're showing you they're not willing to commit. They're showing you where they head at. They're showing you that they are a double standard. I know a lot of people ain't Christians, but it's a scripture that said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And that is true. You don't know what you want. You don't know if you're single. You don't know if you're married. You don't know if you're single. You don't know if you're in a relationship. You just don't know. You double-minded. And that's why your life is like a whirlwind. Until you get some stability within your mind, you gonna always be on a roller coaster in life. Always. Mentally and emotionally. But yes, Raquel, people need a break. And I do believe that. Now, me personally, to be honest, I don't believe in separation while you're married. I don't believe in that. Because I do believe that allows a lot of room for mischief to happen. I believe that allows a lot of room for other people to come in y'all space and like manipulate y'all. So I don't believe in separation while you're married, but I do believe if you go that route, I do believe that needs to be a route where you're really working on yourself. You're working on yourself. You ain't entertaining nobody sexually. You ain't entertaining nobody emotionally. Like, have your fun, kick it, turn up, whatever you need to do to find yourself or whatever. But as far as emotionally investing in somebody else, sexually investing into somebody else, I don't agree with that. And I think being separated actually causes you to do those things. So I don't agree with that. I believe if you gonna separate, baby, you better go sleep in the second room in our house. That's our separation. Sleep in that second room for however long you need to, and let's go through some therapy. But separate houses, nah, I'm not with it. The comment before I go to my next question. So she said, I agree. I just understand the feeling. The only separation we need to do is go to another room. Right. That's what I just said, baby. Go to that second bedroom. If we got a basement, go to the basement. If I have a long, you need a month or two down there, whatever. Like, do that. But separating in different houses and all that, I'm not with it. And if I ever and I'm divorced. But no, I'm not agreeing with that. We gonna go to therapy. We gonna find accountability partners. We gonna revamp our lives and figure out how to redate each other. We gonna relearn each other, whatever it takes. But separation, I'm not with it. I'm not agreeing to that. Because if you agree to that, here's another thing. You cannot, because I see this often, you cannot hold that person that is separated from you. You cannot hold them to the what I want to say, the standards of y'all marriage. You can't hold them to the vows. You can't hold them to the loyalty of y'all marriage because at this moment y'all are separated. So anything goes. So I don't agree with that. To me, adultery is adultery. Whether we in the same house or not, legally, if we are married and you are doing you, baby, you are cheating on me and it's still adultery. So no, I don't agree with separation. I got a couple more questions, y'all. Then I gotta run on up out of here. Let me see. Okay, I'm not gonna ask this next question because that was the one about is it okay to be with other people when you're separated? And we already determined no, I don't agree with that. Before this, is this my last question? Yes, this is my last question that I am about to answer. So I think I can take a couple of you guys' questions if you want to send a question real fast in the chat. If you want to be a podcast guest, y'all hit me up. Hit me up. These are the type of things we will talk about: relationships, friendships, personal growth. You pick the topic, though. I don't pick your topic because I want you to be comfortable in what you're talking about. So I let you guys pick the topic, and then I just create the questions. You can book a bid session with me, life coaching session. Those are two different things. You can go to my website. You will notice the difference. And if you guys want to bless my brand without booking a session or anything, you can always bless my brand by sharing the live, tagging some people in, always putting likes, hearts, whatever on my actual post that helps my algorithms. Or you can shoot a donation to my Cash App. So last question before I get on up out of here, if you guys don't have a question, it is, do you think people value sex more than the actual person? In the times that we are in now, I do believe people value sex more than they value the actual person. I do believe more people want relationships, but I don't think they know how to do relationships. And so I think we go towards the sexual part first before we go towards the mental and emotional parts of the person that we're actually wanting a relationship with. And this is how we jump into so many situationships. Because like I said before, we have way more situationships in this world today than we have actual relationships. And that is why, because I do think people value sex more than they value the actual person. I've also stated before, just because you are having sex does not mean you are in a relationship. Just because you are having sex does not mean the person you having sex with want a relationship with you. So in those cases, yes, your sex will be valued, but you won't be valued. I don't want you. I just want the sex. And as we all know, sex is a stress reliever. A lot of us, especially men, obviously, some women, we got to be emotionally tied to the person that has sex. You know, most women, some women, they act like men. So, you know, they just, anybody can get it. But with men, it's like, it's just sowing that seed. It's just getting that release off. It's not, a lot of men aren't mentally thinking like, hey, you know, I'm tied to this girl. I want to be with her. Let me have sex. Men just want to get that pressure off. They just want to sow that seed. And when I say sow the seed, I ain't mean it purposely get you pregnant. They're just trying to get that out of them. So yes, they're gonna value sex more than they value the actual person. And then that goes into another spiel that somebody mentioned to me when they were saying this is what shows you why men aren't meant to be in monogamous relationships. I ain't gonna touch that right now. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't be in I'm not in no poly anything. I believe in self-control. So, you know, that's another topic though. But I do believe a person who values you, they will align their words with their action. They will align their words with their action. So although they having sex with you, yes, they value the sex, but if they value you as well, you're going to get more than just sex from that person. You're going to be getting time, you're going to be getting attention, you're going to be getting conversation, and you're not going to just be getting time, attention, and conversation right before it's time for them to come have sex. Like, it's going to be consistent. It's going to be all throughout them knowing you. So that is my spiel, guys. This is my 30 minutes. I went over a little bit. I don't see, let me scroll up. I think I tackled pretty much everybody that said something, but yeah. So that's my Q&A. If you got any more questions, guys, send them in. I could always post it as a post unanimously so nobody knows who sent it to me. You can book a session. We can talk more about it separately, or you can catch me on my next live in 30 minutes. On my next 30-minute live, my bad. There will be once a month, Lord willing. I do have a lot on my plate. So hopefully I can keep up with my 30-minute lives every month for you guys. That's your free life coaching. I say that all the time. Anytime I'm live, anytime I'm doing a post, that's your free life coaching. Anytime you hop in my inbox outside of this to talk about something personal, I'm going to have to cut it. I'm going to have to send you to my link because you have to sign a disclaimer. I've been through too much with people, mainly women, with that emotional roller coaster. Like, women will vent to you and then will twist what you say and turn it around on you and make it a messy situation. I'm not with it. So all personal situations, you got to book a session. So I will have a legal bounding for talking to you about your personal business. So if you try to use that against me, yes, ma'am. If it gets down to it, yes, you will be sued for defamation of character. I'm not playing. This is a brand. I'm here to break these cycles. I'm here to break these generational habits that's keeping us down, hurt, toxic, whatever. That's what I'm here for, and I'm not letting nobody come destroy my brand. So I love y'all. I will see y'all next month. Let somebody do a podcast guest. I will see y'all on my normal videos. I do random TikToks. Y'all, I'm sure y'all see those short videos. Y'all will see me on my posts. Follow my other social media pages, or you will see me on the next live. So